The U.S. Department of Defense announced the successful completion of Phase 2 of PANAMAX-Alpha 2025, an intensive Panamanian military drill aimed at protecting the Panama Canal against a spectrum of emerging threats. The multi-day operation, directed by U.S. Southern Command, SOUTHCOM, through Joint Task Force, Bravo and U.S. Army South, brought together American and Panamanian forces for a coordinated defense simulation. The exercise tested rapid force deployment, secure communications, and synchronized air, land and maritime maneuvers, all focused on reinforcing the canal's security and sovereignty. At the Cerro Tigre range on August 6, Panamanian security forces practiced advanced patrol tactics, close-quarters combat, and anti-narcotics operations alongside U.S. Army personnel. Thick plumes of smoke marked simulated approaches as units trained to counter illicit trafficking and hostile incursions. These drills form part of a layered readiness framework designed to maintain the canal's resilience under both regional instability and transnational challenges. The Panama Canal remains one of the world's most critical trade arteries, handling roughly 6% of all global shipping and serving as a crucial passageway for U.S. naval and commercial vessels. Under President Donald Trump's current defense strategy, the canal has been elevated to a core national security priority. Trump has repeatedly underscored its importance, asserting that China's growing presence in Panama represents a direct challenge to U.S. influence. He has accused Beijing of attempting to operate the canal by proxy and pledged that Washington would act decisively to protect it from foreign control. These warnings mirror a broader U.S. strategic concern over China's economic expansion in Latin America, particularly investments in ports and logistics hubs adjacent to the canal. Defense analysts argue that such leverage could threaten the neutrality of the passage, disrupt operations during crises, or sway Panama's geopolitical stance. In addition, Pentagon planners view the canal as a potential target for cyber attacks, organized smuggling, and hybrid tactics intended to erode operational independence. U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel Innes E. Bryant commended Panama's security forces for their skill and professionalism during the latest phase, noting their increasing institutional capacity and command-level leadership. The August exercises capped earlier stages of PANAMAX-Alpha 2025. Phase 0 in March and April provided humanitarian aid and infrastructure support to isolated communities, while Phase 1 in July honed joint tactical mobility, maritime security, and specialized insertion operations at key sites including Panama Pacifico and Cristobal Colon. Specialized units, including Naval Special Warfare Group 11, Navy EOD Mobile Unit 2, the U.S. Army 7th Special Forces Group, and the Coast Guard Maritime Security Response Team East, contributed to the final phase. Their integration highlighted the ability to respond to both conventional military threats and unconventional challenges like cyber warfare or political interference. SOUTHCOM Commander Admiral Alvin Halsey reiterated that defending the canal is not optional, framing it as a strategic necessity for securing trade routes and deterring hostile influence in the Western Hemisphere. Since 2007, PANAMAX-Alpha has been the bilateral U.Panama component of the wider Panamax series, which began in 2003 and involves multiple partner nations. Blending defense readiness with diplomatic engagement, the series is intended to ensure the canal remains secure, neutral, and operational even under crisis conditions. The 2025 iteration underscored unity between Washington and Panama at a time when control of maritime choke points is central to U.S. defense doctrine.